Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Let's talk Archer Aviation earnings tonight. It's a big night, and I've pulled out the big guns tonight. We've got Vaz, the #1 reporter in the world for Archer Aviation and all eVTOLs. He's just come back from Farnborough in the UK, having met all of the team at Archer, Joby Aviation, Vertical Aerospace, and many, many more. They've been there, he's filmed it, he's come back with tons of information, enabling me to do a deep dive analysis on Archer Aviation. Now, in just under an hour from now, we go into the earnings. We're going to have the earnings for Archer Aviation. We got special reports, balance sheets, insights, who's buying, who's selling. Should we start buying this stock? Well, I've got $1 million now. I could buy this. Very interesting stock. On the back of SpaceX, we're going to bring you all of the numbers, all the news, and some new news out today with Boeing. Very exciting. And in just an hour from now, we'll be live with Vaz, the #1 reporter for the eVTOL space, and we'll be covering all of that with him and the live earnings as well. I'm wearing the gold jacket, of course. Adam Goldstein is the CEO, so I wanted to wear the golden jacket of opportunity tonight. So everybody, tap the like button. Let's get this going. It's a small sector, not a huge sector. So if we can get the excitement going, everyone now tap the like button. I'm going to bring you all the news, all the details, the balance sheet, who's buying, banks, institutions, the intrinsic valuation. We're going to run it through our AI models to give you a full forecast of it as well. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to be part of it. So what we want to do is we want to spend the next few seconds and see if we can get 100 likes, because if we can get this moving, we can get everybody fired up about Archer Aviation. So in this broadcast, I'm going to bring you these numbers here, the intrinsic valuation. The intrinsic valuation of Archer Aviation stands at, right now, $1.75. This is the real value of the business. We're going to break it down. What's their balance sheet look like? As we go into the earnings call, what do their numbers actually look like? What's their debt position? What's their gross margins? What's their competition? We're going to look at all of those numbers and see if I can invest. Got $1 million available to me now with SpaceX, the money I've made in the last few days. So we could buy this company. We could get behind it. We like this sector, so let's get ready. So we've got a few people just now starting to tune in. We want to get, how many can we get before I bring you all the numbers? 100 likes. Should we get 100 likes? Let's do it. All right, let's get the funky music going. I want 100 likes before I bring you all the numbers. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here we go. Let's refresh it now. How many people have we got now? Let's get 100 likes, and then I'll bring you all of the numbers around Archer Aviation. If you're going to invest in it, you've got to know what the numbers mean, all right? So let's get straight to it. Okay, here we go. Tap the like button, everybody. We are now at 34. We're moving, but we need a bit more than that. Let me refresh it on the screen so you can see it. We want to get the word out tonight about Archer Aviation. So let's start here and refresh the screen. We have got, at the moment, 7. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's see what we can do. We're now up to 36. Fantastic. Once we get to 100, we'll get suggested on YouTube and things will start taking off. Should we try again? We want to get to, what's the next target? Next target will be 50. Let's rock and roll. Come on, everybody, tap the like button. And once we get there, I will bring you all the news that you need on Archer Aviation, the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, and everything that you need. You ready? Okay, you ready? Let's go. Are we up to 50 yet? Are we there yet, Mum? Let's have a look. Here we go. And we've got 36. Going to refresh the screen in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're now up to 44. Okay, we're nearly there. We want to get 50, and then we can start to get into the news of Archer Aviation. If you just tuned in, welcome to the channel. We're going to bring you all of the Archer Aviation news tonight and all the numbers, all the balance sheet, and everything that you need to invest in this company. Should I deploy my $1 million? Should we go into this stock? What do you think? This is the leader in the eVTOL space, eVTOL space. Right. Can we get 50? We need 50 to make a start. You ready? Okay, let's refresh it. Did we get 50 likes? If we didn't get 50 likes, the show is over. All right, let's have a look. 44, and we are up to 47. How close is that? Come on, everybody. I'll count down 10 seconds, and then I'll bring you all the numbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock and roll, and we are there. Oh my gosh, 46. How bloody close are we to getting the 50? Do you know what? I ain't got time. We got to get into it. Oh, hang on a minute. It's just gone up. I think we might have done it. I think we might have done it in the last dying seconds. Let's have a look. Let me refresh it. 57. We smashed it. There you go. That's what we needed. Right, let's get straight into the numbers. So, big night tonight. Adam Goldstein in the house. So we want to wear the gold jacket of opportunity and cover the earnings tonight. So let's start off by looking at the business. What is the business? Well, we all know what Archer Aviation is, and we learned today of a breaking story. This only came out this morning. We had it fresh off the press. And what is it? Well, Boeing has done a deal with Archer Aviation. Today announced the companies have signed definitive agreements with Archer and will acquire Boeing's Wisk Aero, Skygrid, and Instuo subsidiaries. Big story today. I'm going to zoom in. It's a very small text. They've not made it friendly for us, but that's okay. Can we zoom in a little bit there so you can read that? It's very small, isn't it? Wisk, Skygrid, and Instuo have pioneered and incubated core autonomous flight technologies for the future that, in combination with Archer's air taxi, UAS, and AI technologies, will bring new and innovative solutions to the market. These companies, with nearly 2 million combined flight hours, are expected to bring a deep autonomy foundation to Archer's Z artificial intelligence platform. That this positions Archer to deliver an end-to-end physical AI platform across commercial aerospace, defense, and air traffic management that can lead the next generation of aviation. Now, this is the big story. Defense is where it's at. We've been talking about that for a while now. This is the most important part, as we've been talking about that with what do you call it? With what's it called? SpaceX. Anyway, I nearly forgot then. Right, let's get straight into it, and let's look at your numbers. So these are the numbers for Archer Aviation. Now, very shortly, Vaz will be doing the main broadcast, and he will be covering the earnings. We've got interviews and information directly from Adam Goldstein and everything that you need. But right now, we're going to focus on whether I should invest in this company. Got $1 million on standby. We could buy this. This is the sector we like. This is the leader in this sector, but its intrinsic value is $1.75. If you look at it now, look, we are at $6.24. Does this make any sense to pay what we are today? Well, let's break it down and let's see. So let's start with how the company is funded. This is important. Let's scroll down here and we look at profitability. As you can see, profitability is 17%. This company doesn't make money. This company can go bust. And as an investor, someone is only interested in buying and winning. As you can see, I've gone from $5,000 to just under $1 million. I don't want to be investing in anything which can lose money. 17% profitability at the moment. This company simply does not make money. Now, the solvency, this is where the company has an edge over others. It's the leader in the sector. 75% solvency. Not too bad at all. 75% solvency. That means you can invest in this company. We'll go further on into it in a minute. You can invest in this company on the belief and the understanding it's going to be around for a while. It's not going to go bankrupt. It has a good cash balance behind it. These are good numbers, all right? Not making profit right now, but they do have enough money to keep the business solvent for now, all right? Now, what we want to do now is go into all the margins, the balance sheets now, inside trading, who's buying, who's selling, whatever you like, and get an understanding of the business. Right, so let me scroll down here. And we have got the most important thing is revenue. Now, as you can see, revenue is up 553%. And we are expecting this to grow over the next few years. But these are estimates. Now, we believe that this sector is the new Tesla. Think of it that way. We do believe that this sector can take off. It just needs to get there before it runs out of money. And we'll come on to how much money it's got shortly. Operating income is negative 837. It's losing money. All right, it's down 15%. Things are expected to improve. Net income is expected to get worse. Net income is minus 742. So we're going to come on into their burn rate in a minute and see how long they can survive in business before they go bust, because they certainly could go bust. But we've got a big audience. We could get behind this like Virgin Galactic. We've got I've got $1 million I can invest in this, just under now. And this is the sort of thing that we like. When we see a company in distress, it could be an opportunity to buy. Remember, I never short the market, not interested in damaging a business, but is it one we can make money from? No, the net income is expected to get worse. That isn't good. Free cash flow. Free cash flow is down and down and down. We could have some problems here. This whole sector is in trouble. There's no doubt about it. They need to turn this around. Operating cash flow, similar story. Earnings per share, same story. Now let's break down the actual balance sheet. As you know, I never invest anything that I can't hold forever. You've got to have a good balance sheet. Without a good balance sheet, we can't go anywhere with this. So let's have a look at it. 2.3 billion in assets. 2.3 billion in assets. Now, what we need to look at is the relationship between the assets and the liability. How much cash have they got? And we don't want a business that is all cash. That is not going to help us. We need a business that is cash positive, but it has more assets that can actually make money. This is important. So the cash balance is 1.8 billion. All right, 1.8 billion is in cash. Nearly the whole business is in cash, because 2.3 is billion, is their entire assets. 1.9 is in cash. It's very, very cash rich. Now, if we look at that, cash makes up 76% of this business. So it's actually hiding behind its cash. This business looks better than it actually is. Okay, it looks like a big pile of cash. A big pile of cash isn't a business, it's a wallet. So right now it's a product and a concept and not a business. I can't back this yet. I can't even suggest to my viewers that we should buy this. This would be absolutely insane at the moment. There's nothing here to indicate that we should go out and buy this right now. None whatsoever. Let's look at the liabilities. Now, liabilities is where we have the debt and expenses. Now, what we have here is long-term debt, 78 million. Long-term debt. Long-term debt makes 32% of their liabilities, but their liabilities is tiny in comparison to their assets. Assets, 2.3, nearly all cash. 243, low liability. So like the general score suggested at the beginning of this, it's a good balance sheet, but it actually looks better than it actually is. It's not actually a business right now. It's a product It's a concept. It's an idea. It doesn't make money. It's losing money. It holds cash. It's not going bankrupt. But a business that just sits on cash without making any money doesn't actually mean it's a viable proposition. So far, there's nothing in this that says I can buy this. This would just be some kind of fan club, some kind of bros day out, just buy this and lose all your money. This is not how I invest. As you've seen me beat the market now 4 years in a row, and I'm not going to run out and buy something that can lose me money. It makes no sense. This is a business that doesn't actually make any money at the moment. All right, so let's go further into their margins. Now, this is where you have to compare it to another business or a vertical aerospace, or compare it to Joby, Whisk, all the others, Eve Air Mobility. You have to compare them. Now, you can do this. I can give you the software and the AI model that I have, and you can access it, and you can virtually get it for free because we are partnered with the CEO of the company. He's a personal friend of mine. So you can actually get this software virtually free as a member. It makes our membership virtually free. So I'm going to give you the link now. It's below every video. It's always in the description of the video. I'm just here we go. Here it is. Here is Alpha Spread. Essentially, it works out free. Okay. There is the Alpha Spread link. I'll put it there twice, so you can get that and you can follow along with these models. All right. So gross margin is 15%. Okay, again, now all this is going to be losses. But what you want to do is start to have a model of how it compares to the competition. So you can compare it to the other members of the sector. Now, in the software that I'm sharing with you, you can actually go below and compare to the competition. So all the ones I just mentioned, you can see how they can compete and then make an educated guess. We're not bros here. We don't just buy for the sake of it. We're here to make money. And what we do is make money. And as you know, we've beaten the market for 4 years in a row. Not interested in gambling and guessing. We are here to make money. So the operating margin is negative as well. Now, expectations, again, this company is very good at promoting itself, very good at saying things are going to be great soon. But we've been saying this for a while. It's not great at the moment. So again, I want to stress this. This is not a business. This is a concept and an idea. The net margin, where we end up, we lose money on the net margin. Not good. Now, you might say, okay, but they're not flying much. But a company has other ways to make money. How good is this management? So we have things like return on invested capital. So this is where the company doesn't actually make money on flights, customers, but it knows how to invest its money. They know how to invest their capital, their return on equity, assets, and so on. The company aren't any good at that either. It's not a well-disciplined business. This is not Berkshire Hathaway. This is not Warren Buffett. This is really quite awful. Okay, we're losing money on every metric. We're not able to turn any money at all, even our cash, into money. Now, I'm beating the market 4 years in a row. So if I was a publicly traded company, I would be up 100%. I'd be up 50% every year. That's what I've been doing on the market. So at the end of the day, I'm actually outperforming Archer Aviation. If you look at the balance sheet and the performance, this management doesn't know how to make money. This is not good. All right. If you've just tuned in, please do tap the like button. It'd be great to see you here. And also consider subscribing. If we get just 22 more likes, YouTube will suggest this out and we'll start to go, our numbers will start to explode as more people get to hear about Archer Aviation. So if you want to get the word out about this company, do tap the like button and consider subscribing. So what does Wall Street expect the company to do? Well, they think we're going down 24%. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Are we in a worst case scenario? Well, I would suggest perhaps we are, because this company needs to lower rates, and rates aren't coming down anytime soon. So we could be in this territory, and then we're going to come down by 24%. All right. So this isn't good news. What about the average? Well, 87%, because it's speculative. If everything goes right, if everything does well, it's speculative and it could do okay, but it's just on hype. This is not a business. This is an aspiration. This is a concept at the moment. And then when we look at the high forecast, well, we're not in that territory at all, because inflation is still sticky, macro conditions, external conditions, wars, and all the rest of it. So this isn't good at all. I would suggest we are down at this position. So again, I'm going to say again, this is not a buy right now. So is it a buying opportunity? Well, we can look at that now and we can see, is it actually a buying opportunity right now? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over now and we're going to do our models, and we're going to decide it's not in a good place right now, but is it a good opportunity? Can we buy it here, and should we buy it here? All right. So let's have a look at it. So I'm going to start by showing you my factor grades. This is very important. If you just tuned in, we are nearly at 100 likes now. We're about to go and trend on YouTube, so please tap the like button. That would be great. We're 89, and consider subscribing as well. That would be great. Martyn, check Discord backstage, missing main channel, other channel, very disappointed. Stephen, what do you mean? Martyn, check Discord backstage and missing main channel, other channel, very disappointed. Steve, I don't understand what you mean, mate. What are you saying? You might have, are you looking for channels? You need to go into the browse channels, and you need to drop down the menus, and you need to select your channels. We've added a lot of channels. So when that happens, you can not see channels. You have to open up the channels by browsing, ticking the boxes, and then dropping the menus down. So I don't understand why you're saying you're very disappointed. I guarantee it's there. You've just simply hidden them by closing the drop down, and you've gone into the browse section and it's not all highlighted. So anyway, what do you mean you're disappointed? Go and check that out and come back to me, and I think you'll find that you'll be good. Right. So let's go into the factor grades. So this is important, folks. Looking at the factor grades, we have got strong buy from Seeking Alpha Analyst. Now let's understand exactly what this is. This is important because these people are paid to say these things, and we are not. In fact, I am a Seeking Alpha analyst. I partner with them, but I'm not actually interested in actually doing any analysis, because why would anyone want to listen to someone who's paid to do it? In my book, it doesn't really make any sense. So I don't do it. So we can't really take any weight in what paid analysts are saying about a stock. It doesn't actually make any sense, but they're saying a buy. They're probably invested it in themselves. They're probably in some kind of bro organization where they think it's a great buy. It's not a great buy. The analysis for this business, it couldn't be worse. I wouldn't want to be buying this right now. Then we look at Wall Street. Well, Wall Street are saying a buy as well. However, AI with no emotion whatsoever, no manipulation. I mean, no Wall Street have a lot of manipulation with Adam Goldstein. Quant is the way to go. Quant is looking at the numbers, like I've just presented to you, the numbers, and it is without doubt rubbish. So I am in the camp of sell. I absolutely will be selling here, because you can buy it back at 3, if not 2, if not 150. So let's look at the valuation. The valuation has actually worsened over time. It was C+, it is now C. So even though the price is where it is and you think, well, it's got this potential, it's actually got worse over time, not better. Oh, Stephen, not my wife and me, not on the T-shirt and cup. Not my wife and me, not on T-shirt and cup. Not my wife and me, not on the T-shirt and cup. Stephen Lewandowski, you are on the new T-shirt, which comes out in September. Let me just bring that up a second. I'm confused. You're talking about disappointed about the main channel. I don't understand what you mean by that. I think you just shut down the channels. Now you're talking about the T-shirt. I'm a bit confused, mate. Where are we? Let's go into the T-shirt for September. You're actually on that list for September. So that's what we're talking about. Let me have a look. Stephen Lewandowski, yes. And Justine Lewandowski. So, Stephen, you are on the T-shirt for September. So that T-shirt hasn't come out yet. So that answers that one. What you missed, channel and comment on Discord, backstage comments. Sorry, Stephen, I still don't understand. I'm trying to, no one gets left behind. I'm always answering every question, but I don't understand what you mean when you're saying what you missed, channel and comment on Discord, backstage comments. Sorry, Steve, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I've got to get back to the analysis, but I don't understand. Martin, Steam left you a message on Discord concerning his disappointment of not being on the T-shirt. Okay, but the T-shirt doesn't come out until September. Stephen, the T-shirt is for September. It's not even been made yet. This was August. So you are on the T-shirt, but it hasn't been made yet. So I think we've covered that now. I'm sorry if there's some confusion. I don't want to leave anyone behind, but I want to get back now to please Archer do something good, says Almog. We're going to cover the earnings, of course, very, very shortly. Right. So, Stephen, I will go to your comment on Discord, but it will be the same response. But I will answer you there when I finish the analysis. So growth is B. So actually, growth has got worse. Profitability is the same, which couldn't get much worse. Momentum is no better. It couldn't get much worse. And revisions slightly improved, but revisions just means like retail is starting to promote and get behind it and so on and so forth. That really isn't a good thing. That just means it's catching some momentum on social media, but there's no real value here. So it wouldn't be right of me to tell everybody that this sector or this stock is great because it simply is in a bad state right now. Now, the short interest is 12%. What does that mean? That means you've got a lot of downward pressure on the stock. The stock is going to continue going down, but we're not going to get a short squeeze. We don't have the volume, and we don't have the amount of short interest. So there's nothing but bad pressure. There's nothing good here at the moment. Right. I'm now going to explain a little bit more about the competitors and how this compares to its competitors. Archer Aviation faces competition from several companies. Now, we know about Joby, Vertical Aerospace, EHang, and others. Now, what gives Archer its unique proposition? What makes Archer Aviation its unique proposition? Well, Archer's unique value proposition lies in its strategic partnerships and comprehensive approach to commercialization. The company collaborates with Anduril Industries to develop a dual-use hybrid electric VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, leveraging Anduril's expertise in AI and system integration. Archer's focus on building a scalable air taxi network, combined with its innovative aircraft design and priority safely, low noise and efficiency positions it uniquely in the market. Additionally, the company's participation in the White House's eVTOL integration pilot program and its role as the official air taxi provider of the 2028 LA Olympics. Fantastic. We're going to be there. We're going to fly on it. Great. Just like we've got Joby just down the road from us, we are looking at going down there and flying with the CEO of that one as well. Anyway, if you just tuned in, tap the like button, one more like, and we're going to get suggested on YouTube, which would be great, and consider subscribing as well. Right, some more key points on Archer Aviation. So, we rate this as a sell. My analysis on this is without doubt a sell. There's no way you can be buying this stock at the moment. It doesn't make sense if you are in some kind of bro organization and you just want to lose money and go sideways. That doesn't really help unless your organization is big enough where you can move the stock. And it isn't. There isn't any organization around this that has the power to move it. So I wouldn't be trying to guess and gamble your way out of this. You will lose money. And as you know, on this channel, we are looking to always beat the market by a very long margin, as we are today. Remember, I told you we'd be up today on my SpaceX. I told you we'd get that short squeeze starting. It wouldn't be a red day. You can see it. Look, we're up $7,500. We're here to make money, folks. We're not here to join fan clubs. We're not here to make friends. We're here to make money. That's what it's about. All right. So anyway, let's first of all look at the valuation of Archer Aviation. Archer Aviation exhibits a vastly overstretched valuation. Not just a little bit. It is ridiculously overvalued. Way, way, way too expensive. It doesn't make any sense at these numbers. The EV sales metric stands at 1,056. These are ridiculous numbers. Absolutely insane. Compared to the sector medium of 2. So it's not even close to being a reasonable valuation. If you're buying this stock now, you're part of a fan club and you are literally giving your money away. You don't want to be doing that. This is not a good idea. Indicating a very expensive stock. Additionally, the price to sales ratio is 1,728 is significantly higher than the medium sector of 2. Again, you can see how far stretched these numbers indeed are, further suggesting a high premium. We'll go on to growth. Growth is an interesting one. Growth metrics are promising with capital expenditure, CapEx growth at 36%, significantly above the sector medium of 4. Again, this company is spending a lot of money. We can live with that. AI, Google, Nvidia, everyone's spending money on the next big thing. Okay. As long as they're not wasting the money and it's actually going somewhere. But is it? Well, we know that Archer Aviation have a very good way of wasting money. We've just looked at it. I've just shown you the balance sheet and shown you that they can't even make money from money. They're not good at returning on capital investment. They're not very good at returning on equity. So the management like going on late night live TV shows, wasting money. Okay, this is not returning them anything. They're trying to catch a trend. They're trying to get like the bros and the social media to get behind it, but it isn't working. Those organizations are very thin and they're very, well, should I say, incapacitated. They're not very powerful at all. There's no real backbone behind these, so be careful buying this. All right. So anyway, working capital growth is also robust at 80% compared to the sector 7, indicating strong expansion efforts. So they're putting a lot of money in, but they're not really getting any result at the moment. Okay. Things might change, but you'd rather buy this at $20, knowing it's going to 100 surely, than buying it at 6. And in fact, it goes bankrupt or 1 or 2. So be very careful if that is your strategy. Anyway, let's now look at profitability, because we're all here about profit. This channel is about making money. You make money, we make money, everybody makes money. So what is the profit on this business? Well, Archer Aviation's profitability metrics are concerning. They're not making any profit. I've just shown you things are actually getting worse, not better. So their profitability isn't working for them either. Archer's profitability metrics are concerning, with a gross profit margin of 16% being substantially lower than the sector of 31%. So the other members in this sector are in fact making money. Archer isn't. The return on assets is negative. Now, this comes down to bad management. The management are unable to actually make any money with their own assets. This is weak management. This is a management who spend money, waste money, can't actually make money from their assets. That is not good. Highlighting efficiency in generating profits from its assets. That is a big red flag. Any company that can't do that is never going to be a good custodian of your money. They simply cannot return money to the shareholder. Momentum. Well, momentum is an interesting one too. Archer's stock momentum is extremely weak, with a one-year price performance decline of 55% compared to the sector increase of 13%. So they're being left behind on momentum as well. They are very much promoting their stock. You know, you've seen them go on the late night channels. They want to make it sexy. No question about it. Midnight looks beautiful. It looks great. But they're spending too much money and they're not getting any result for it. This indicates a bearish sentiment and lack of investor confidence in the stock. Why there is so much short interest is because this stock has no confidence. People believe they can bet against it. And to be fair, they're right. And they're going to win. Now, I never short stock. I don't do anything. If I'm not going to buy it, I just walk away. All right. So I wanted to look at this and to see if it was worth buying or investing, standing by with $1 million to get behind it. And I cannot think of one possible reason to buy at the moment. Let's now look at revisions. What does revisions tell us? How are things improving? Well, revisions. Earnings estimates show mixed trends, with 4 upward and 4 downward EPS revisions in the past 3 months, alongside 1 upward and 7 downward revisions. So this suggests uncertainty in the company's future earnings potential. So basically what we've got now is a negative feeling all over whichever metric you look at. This looks like a stock going down. Now, we're not saying for a moment it's going bankrupt, because it isn't. It isn't. It's got cash. But however, a business just holding cash is not, in fact, a business. It's a concept. It's an idea. And that's where we stand at the moment. Now, in a few moments, the #1 analyst in the world for eVTOL is about to go live from the analysis room, covering Adam Goldstein live from the earnings. And we're going to send you all there in a moment. So we're about to go live to Vaz for his aspect on the stock. He's just been and visited Archer. He's been to the biggest air show in the world, just come back after visiting Archer, Joby Aviation, eVTOL, Vertical Aerospace, and on all the rest of it. So he's going to bring you a very valid, up-to-date, live concept of where they're going next. So I've told you where we are and where they've been. Vaz is going to tell you where they're going, and that will accompany the earnings. So if everyone taps the like button and consider subscribing, we'll be going over there in just a few minutes' time. So let's get ready for that. Vaz will be live in just a couple of minutes. So revisions don't look good either. So in summary, while Archer Aviation demonstrates strong growth metrics, its significantly overstretched valuation, weak profitability, poor momentum lead to a sell rating. A sell rating. My analysis, absolutely 100% is is this is a sell. Wouldn't suggest anyone go out and buy this. The community that support this is not going to make a difference. I wouldn't get behind it. All right. So positives raised by analysts. Remember, I've told you I am an analyst on this. I get offered $250 every day to do exactly what I'm doing right now. But I don't do it for $250. I do it for you for free. Okay, because I don't believe in being paid to talk about this stock. I would rather invest it with my own money, and I've got best parts of $1 million on hand to buy it if I felt I could make any money out of this. And I think I've painted the picture which would suggest you can't make money from this at the moment, from where it is today. Archer's Aviation partnership with Anduril Industries to develop their Halo autonomous VTOL aircraft for commercial payload transportation demonstrates a significant market opportunity, expanding beyond air taxis. Now, in a few moments' time, as we hand you over to Vaz, #1 analyst in the world for this stock, who has just spoken with Archer Aviation, and we have the groundbreaking news this morning directly from Archer and Boeing, can talk about what comes next. So that's a story that I'm going to lead on to Vaz's report this afternoon. The company's progress in Phase 4 FAA certification indicates a high chance of commercializing its eVTOL by 2028, with strong demand expected post-certification, including multi-billion-dollar order book. Now, I have shared with you the burn rate. I've shared with you the balance sheet. I've shared with you the profit, the loss, the margin, the net margin, the return on capital, the return on investment. 2028 is not good enough. They're not going to run out of money, but they're not going to be a viable proposition either. If we carry on the same trajectory as we are until 2028, this will not make any sense as an investment. Now, if you like a gamble, it's a great looking machine. The Midnight is beautiful. All right. I'm hoping to fly on it. I'm hoping to see it myself. It's in an airport near me. Great. But I'm here to make money. And if we look back at our position today, I told you today we'd be massively up, and we were. Look at that. I've outperformed the market again. I'm up 14 grand today. We had $110,000 a couple of days ago. I think 85 grand up last night, 114 grand today. We're here to make money, and we're here to find great businesses with great opportunity. This business does not present an opportunity at the moment. Okay. So anyway, I'm waiting for the signal from Vaz. Vaz, how are you doing? Are you nearly ready to go? He's not there yet. Okay, well, I'm going to end in just a few minutes. I think that's 10. Is that 10? Okay, 10 minutes. So that's okay. I can do some live Q&A and hand you over to Vaz at 10 to 2. We're at 20 to 2. So at 10 to 2, I'll be handing you over to Vaz, who's waiting to go live with the earnings. And it's going to be a big one, because what Archer need to do is pull something big out of the bag. There's a big drain right now, and that's where my money is. It's called SpaceX. SpaceX is taking the money out of the market. This was one thing everybody worried about. Such a big company coming in, sucking up money like a bloody great black hole. And that is what's happening right now. And that's why I'm 100%. I put $1.1 million into SpaceX. And we've been making 50, 60, 100 grand a day for the last few days. It's been through the roof. And I told you this morning when it went down, when people were freaking out, that we were going to get a rally into the end of the day. Well, promise made, and once again, promise delivered. Now, how did I know that? Because banks and institutions are piling into this, but they're doing it in such a way it's keeping people guessing. Well, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I am up late at night covering this and sharing with you exactly when, who, why, and what time. And because of that, we've beaten the market for 4 years in a row. And today we're up nearly 15 grand. So let's wrap this up. I'm going to hand you over to Vaz in a few moments. Should you buy Archer Aviation? Well, we like the sector. We do believe strongly that this sector is the future. It's the Tesla of the future. No question about it. But which one will survive? There are many. From Archer Aviation to Vertical Aerospace, Eve Air Mobility, Joby, Whisk, the list goes on and on and on. Which one will be the leader? Well, I think most people would agree Archer probably have the sexiest of all the eVTOLs. It looks great. It's also bloody expensive. They're also very good at manipulating numbers. I showed you the way they manipulate the balance sheet. If you remember when I showed you the return on invested capital, the return on equity, that is not a well-managed business. That is not a business that knows how to make money. They've got a big pile of cash, and I am making more percentage-wise on investments than they are on their cash. They're not very good at it. And it's not because they're spending money. If you look at where the money's going, there's a lot of money just sitting around doing nothing. So there it is. I've broken down Archer Aviation for you. But now what's important is to see what comes next. In a few moments, in literally 5 minutes, less than that now, I'm going to hand you over to Vaz, who is the #1 eVTOL expert in the world. He's just come back from the biggest air show in the world, Farnborough. And he met all of the eVTOL experts, sat down with them, made exclusive content over the coming weeks and months. You're going to see it come out. Some wonderful stuff. And he has insights that we've not heard yet, saved up for tonight's earnings. So when we hear Vaz's presentation, followed by the earnings, maybe there'll be something that I've missed. Maybe there'll be something I can get my teeth into and decide, do you know what? We could put maybe a $250,000 into this business and it would make a difference. It would make a difference. But right now, I don't see it. So just before I hand you over, I'm going to ask everyone once again to tap the like button. Have you all done that? Wonderful. And consider subscribing. Now, if you'd like to learn how I analyze businesses, how I do tax lots and tax efficiencies and beaten the market for 4 years in a row, I teach it. One-on-one support. No AI, no bots, no sponsorship. I turn it all down. We're the only 100,000 channel in the world that literally turns down sponsorship. You won't see any sponsorship on our channel. I don't even take $250 to do analysis. It's all provided for free. I make money out of beating the market and doing it. So if you want to be part of that, here is our newsletter, award-winning, by the way, 52 in the world for news. And the BBC and Sky and Fox and everybody else is, number 1, 2, 3, 4. We are 52 in the news best-selling newsletter in the world on Substack, which is the main place for all the news outlets. Pretty impressive, right? And we have the best Discord server, and we have the highest engagement rate of any channel in the world when it comes to members. Everyone's a member. 98% of our live viewers are members, more than any other channel in the world. And go and check that on YouTube, buddy, and you will see we beat absolutely everybody. So there you go. There is my analysis on Archer Aviation. I'm now going to bring up Vaz's show. He's ready to go. Any moment now, Vaz will be live with us. This is his event. I love this because it shows exactly what Vaz was doing just a couple of days ago. This is Vaz in his suit. Of course, he's in a suit. He's not going to be in a T-shirt, is he? Larking around. Of course, he's in a suit. He's mic'd up, ready to go. And he's outside the Archer Aviation building. And the big story is Boeing is in. This is a big story. And Vaz has even more on this because it's just breaking now. And he's just spoken to Archer. So I'm sure he's going to be able to share with you some wonderful insights as we go into the earnings. So I'm going to give you this now, and I hope you'll all join me. I'll be there because it's a sector I'd like to buy. I need a reason to buy, not a reason not to buy. And all I've got now is 100 reasons not to buy. Give me one reason why I can buy this, and there's $250,000, and we can move it. We can put the team together and the Lucasades, and we can make a difference. But right now, I can't buy this because there's no reason to do so. Right, I'm now going to pin it in the chat. Here we go. Next. Next. There it is. I shall now pin that to the top. Let me drop that now into the top here. Okay. Next. Yes, I knew SpaceX would go up. I told you it would. I didn't even need to look at it. I didn't even need to do a show on SpaceX this afternoon because I know who's buying, why they're buying, and look at my portfolio. We're going to hit another all-time high. I could be at $1 million tonight with 16 grand now. It's happening again. Institutions are all over it. Retail thinks it's being dumped. It's not. It's going to $240, SpaceX is. So very nice indeed. Right, you've got the link. Let me just do a quick, very, very short Q&A. Let me make sure everyone has had their questions answered. Got a great audience, by the way. I've never done Archer Aviation before, and there are those that it's all they do. So I'm quite happy to have 195 people watch me for the very first time do analysis on Archer Aviation. So thank you for choosing us to watch it. There are others you could watch it, but trust me, most of it is people in fan clubs, and they're just buying it because it sounds good. We're here to make money, folks, and nobody wants to invest in something and lose money, do they? Anyway, so Vaz is just giving me the signal. Here's ready to go. Do we have a couple of questions? Let me just skim through here. Let's have a little look. Any questions at all? If you do a super chat, it will read it out before I go. There we go. This on September shirt. Oh, Dave Raham.
Dave_Amman tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. This on Sept shirt DLR the 28th of September 1954.
Okie dokie. Let me just write that down then. I need to get that down. If I don't get that down, it'll be forgotten. So let me just bring that up on the screen. This on the shirt. Let me just copy all of that because I'm literally now run out of time. I want to send you to Vaz, who is about to bring us the information. Let me drop that in there. I'll add that to the T-shirt. And Stephen Lewandowski, I will be in conversation with you, of course. There's a bit of confusion. Your order was for the September shirt, as you can see, not the August one. Have we got any questions? Nothing comes close to what Martyn and this community provide. Absolutely buzzing and grateful I found it. Michael Cashman, you are very welcome. Again, we're not joining fan clubs. We're here to connect money with people. 5 countries waiting for Archer Aviation deliveries, says World Free Speech. They may well be, but does that equal money and profit? SpaceX, Matthew, yes, we're watching it. No surprise. We expected it to do exactly what it is, and it is doing it. I don't seem to have any questions. Oh, hang on. Archer, World Free Speech, and Archer has hybrid models on the way for much longer range. Yet again, lovely, concept, great. We got nice shiny paint. We got nice posters. We go on late night TV. It's great. And you're telling everybody about that. But does that actually make any money? No, it doesn't. It costs money. Right, that's it, folks. We're now going to go over to your best analysis. Vaz is waiting, suited and booted, ready to go for your analysis tonight. Here, it's pinned to the top. It'll take you there automatically. Here is the link once again. Join Vaz all the way through the night for your eVTOL special Archer Aviation. And later in the week, of course, he'll be back with all the others. Vertical Aerospace, I believe, is on Thursday. Is that right, Vaz? On Thursday. Is that right? Give me a nod. Yes, it is. On Thursday is Vertical Aerospace. That's it from me. Have a wonderful evening. Go and make some money. Be careful. I wouldn't be buying Archer unless there's something I've missed and we get to find out about it right now. So I'm going to send you off now to Vaz. You've got the link at the top. It should take you there automatically. Go and enjoy it. Have a great night. I'll be there watching. Let's see if we can learn something. I'll be back in the morning for more and throughout the night of SpaceX. Will I be a millionaire by tomorrow? There's a very good chance I could be a millionaire by tomorrow. And remember, I started with $5,000. You can do exactly the same. 54% a year for 4 years in a row. You'll do the same thing. That's it from me. Enjoy the show with Vaz. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.